This extraordinary creature is half blind, half deaf, and this is just about as fast as it can move. That's what's going to happen to you if you live on nothing but leaves.
These bears are really hungry. They haven't tasted salmon for 10 months, and the big males battle for the best fishing spots. A giant, prehistoric-looking bird. Standing well over a metre tall, she roams these swamps, trying to catch tons of sardines devoured in less than an hour.
This is called a teddy bear choya because of the thick coating of spines on it. But don't be deceived by the name. There is nothing cuddly about this particular teddy bear. In fact, it's the most dangerous plant in the desert. And I wouldn't dream of putting my hand anywhere near it. Brush against it. This can happen. Ow! This can happen even with this glove on. One of them has just gone through. I can feel it. It's quite painful.
In Australia, there's a species of spider that has taken web construction a stage further still. It builds not just in 2 dimensions, but 3. It regularly takes up residence in people's backyards and on their verandas. It's the notorious and very venomous redback. In the very heart of the fortress lives the queen. She produces 1,000 eggs a day to provide fresh recruits for the teams of gardeners and masons and the ranks of the army. She resides in a special chamber which the workers renovate and adapt to accommodate her growing bulk. After a year or 2, she is in effect a prisoner, for she's far too big to squeeze through the corridors that lead to her residence. But that is of no consequence. She's so bloated with egg-producing machinery that she couldn't move even if she wanted to.
If animals are to work in a team, they need to be able to communicate with one another. And sometimes it's possible for you to communicate with them.
Wolves howl to warn neighbouring packs to keep their distance, but they also do so to reunite their own pack if it's got scattered after a long hunt. And as they assemble again, they visibly delight in one another's company. Until human beings devised weapons for themselves, this was the most powerful killer on Earth, the top predator. Few creatures could escape it. Nothing could threaten it. But that has now changed.
Hunting animals need hunting grounds, and that inevitably brings them in conflict with humanity. Big cats like the same sort of meat as human beings, as well as eating human beings. So it's scarcely surprising that the two don't coexist very easily. You might think that this orangutan is washing socks as some kind of circus trick for which she's been specially trained, but not so. She is doing this entirely on her own initiative. She's seen others doing it and she's copying. And that ability to imitate as well as to use tools is something which started among monkeys but has been brought to a much greater level among the apes. And those two talents were ultimately to lead to the transformation of the world. We are both, of course, great apes.
Here's the female, and she doesn't look very amorous. In fact, she kills every male who doesn't match up to her expectations. What can he do to win her over? Dance. Dance for his life. He will need a show-stopping trick to avoid becoming lunch. He matched her expectations. But she kills him anyway.